Hi guys, Chosen Reactions, and this video I'm going to react to episode 7 of season 1 of Babylon 5. Thank you so much for sponsoring another episode, Tony. Let's get into it.
Do you regret the choices that you made to be here?
Sometimes.
Of being a part of the Grey Council.
Only sometimes. You?
I would be nothing other than what I am.
Whoa!
Stay away from her, freak!
Oh! A hate crime.
We'll get whoever's responsible, I promise you.
Will your promises take away my aunt's pain, her terror, her humiliation?
I told her she should have an escort during her stay. She refused.
My aunt could not conceive of anyone wishing her harm. And there was a time, Mr. Garibaldi, when one could walk through Green Sector without need of escort.
Yeah, it should have
I
been
assure
necessary
you, we're
in
doing
the first
everything
place.
we can to correct that, Ambassador. I want these scum, Michael. I want them bad.
I'll do my best. Problem is there's too many who agree with them and even more who just don't give a damn.
Yeah, especially the ones who don't
Then
give
make
a
them give a
damn.
damn.
They're the worst.
I have no special love for the Minbari or their poets, but I warn you, Commander, if any Narn is harmed in this manner, there will be bloody retribution.
And I warn you, Ambassador. Any disruption of Babylon 5 will be dealt with, even if I have to throw the entire Narn population into the brig. Now, if you'll excuse me.
He was not bluffing.
I could remove that mark.
No. It is a lesson. One that should not be forgotten.
Been a long time.
It's been 8 years, Malcolm. What are you doing on Babylon 5?
I'm looking for something. Something I never stopped wanting.
I have to go. I have duties.
Same old Susan. Duty first.
That's right. Enjoy your stay.
Awkward X.
I am to marry the ugliest woman on Centauri Prime. And Arya is betrothed to a man who's old enough to be her grandfather.
Ugly and old, yes? Then their families must be both rich and powerful. I commend your parents on fine choices, but I still don't see the problem.
We don't want to marry anyone else.
We want to marry each other. We love each other.
Love? What does love have to do with marriage?
Excuse me, didn't you love someone?
Sometimes these marriages call for sacrifice. Great sacrifice. But we make this sacrifice because this is what it means to be Centauri. If you deny this tradition, you lose the very thing which makes you what you are. Do you understand?
Hold up, those pictures are from your wife? Am I confused again? You're the type to get married for good reputation shit, but at the same time you have like mistresses? It's that kind of deal?
Ever hear of the Home Guard?
Yeah, sure. And if you ask me, they got the right idea. It's about time we human beings stood up for our own rights. Damn aliens are ruining everything for us.
You're doing a pretty fine job by yourself.
Run a DNA check on that blood.
What the hell is this crap?
Let me tell you something, creep. I don't like your attitude. And if the blood on that toothpick of yours matches my aunt, I'll give you over to Minbari and let them play dice with your eyeballs.
Those are images from my world. If I may
Studying?
ask, what are you...
I am studying.
Oh.
Studying what? Ambassador?
Okay. Not even vagueness, just nothing. I'm nervous because I feel like she's going to get hurt again. She's already, you know, pretty closed off.
I mean, who knows how much that suit is really necessary and how much is just camouflage to keep us from seeing what's inside.
Only person who does know is Dr. Ben Kyle, who saved Kosh's life. Strangely enough, right after that, he was transferred to Earth to work directly with the President. And our first telepath, Lita Alexander, the only member of the Psi Corps to scan a Vorlon, was transferred back a week
I
later.
guess they explain why they went
I
away.
don't know. Maybe.
But I like that explanation though, even though it makes me feel good.
What are you going to do?
What am I going to do?
Hand
The only
them
thing
over.
I can do. Send them home where they belong and hope they come to their senses.
But they love each other.
Love. Pah! Overrated. These are my three wives. Pestilence, famine, and death. Do you think I married them for their personalities? Their personalities could shatter entire planets. Arranged marriages, everyone. But they worked out. They inspired me.
But you married with them all three at the same time? Simultaneously? What the fuck?
Commander! Malcolm, I'm still committed to my career. And you know what that means.
And I can accept that now. Which is why I'm going into business here.
What?
I do believe this is the very first time I've ever surprised you.
I don't. He's giving me like the wrong vibes.
Oh! Kieran! Hurry up! Let's get out of here! 8 non-humans brutally attacked in the space of 2 weeks! And you have yet to make even a single arrest!
We have a good lead in the latest incident, and...
Spare us your usual
should have made that arrest,
Commander. You know
Baldy.
very well why these crimes remain unsolved. It is because the perpetrators are human!
They're actually trying, though.
I want you out of here, Commander. Now!
The hell with that. I'm not going anywhere until they listen.
We've both seen mobs before, and anything you say will only make them hotter. Now get out of here and let me do my job.
Chetuga, you are here. You one who hunts. Out of my way!
That's not too flattering.
It's duty. Ivanova here.
We've had a near riot in Central. I need you in the briefing.
Why are you standing
I'm
next
on
to
my
her?
way. You have to go.
You said there was a riot.
Malcolm, out!
She cares deeply for him. Such feelings can turn the tide when all else fails.
Oh, I see. And if he dies, despite this great power
If
of
he
love...
dies, she will suffer enormous grief. But every moment together will make her grief a little less.
I would expect such logic from a poet.
And what I have seen tells me that all sentient beings are best defined by their capacity and their need for love.
And she will learn to live without it.
As you did.
There are some of us who don't like what's happening here. Alien ambassadors setting policy for humans. Alien workers taking jobs from human beings. Inhuman.
Yeah, take it to the trash. Needs to be taken out.
We want to put a stop to that.
Exactly what is it you wanted me to do, Commander?
Introduce me. Tell them I'm not happy about all these aliens forcing themselves on Earth. Groups like this always like to recruit friends in high places. If they accept me, it could give us a chance to nail them all before they do any more damage.
Would he buy it? I would say burn that thing. But maybe it's too much work. Yeah, that's the trick. It's going to be even more closed off.
And he was sitting alone in the dark, crying. So I asked him what was wrong. And he said, "My shoes are too tight. But it doesn't matter. Because I have forgotten how to dance." I never understood what that meant until now. My shoes are too tight. And I have forgotten how to dance.
I don't understand.
Nor should you.
I'm feeling like Goro.
We have everything under control.
But wasn't a Centauri youth seriously injured just last night?
I don't like this
He'll
role
recover.
he has to play. Oh my god, no, he's just playing a role. He's not himself. Oh.
I served on the line, and we had a motto there. The only good alien is a dead alien. It was true then, it's true now.
Get rid of alien influences. Get rid of aliens. Put Earth first. We must get back to our roots. Let humans be humans.
Who's we?
So I'd like a small gesture. To show where your sentiments lie.
Small gesture?
sort of gesture?
What exactly?
Something to put every alien on this station in their place.
In their place?
To Earth.
I'm seriously about to vomit. What the fuck? Blech. How is this shit still so relevant, damn it?
We have good reason to believe the perpetrators have fled back to Earth. Naturally, we've alerted Earth Force there.
Then you have identified them.
I'm afraid that information is classified at the moment.
Why is it classified?
How do you think we are powerlings, Commander? Are we really to believe that these humans are simply gone? I, for one, do not accept a word of it!
Neither do I!
But what will become of us?
You will study our culture, learning all you can of it. Then, when you are old enough, Andila will give you permission to decide for yourselves whom you wish to marry.
Even if it's only for love?
If you insist.
If you insist.
You two need to rest.
Why?
Because you are still children. And children should be allowed to dance. Veer?
Worth, is the jammer up?
Perimeter secured.
There! He jammed us. Let's move.
The recent attacks on Earth, Mars, and here are just a prelude. In 2 days' time, there'll be a mass assassination.
Mass?
In one night, we'll take out the 4 major ambassadors stationed here. Alari, Delenn, Jakar, and Kosh. Their deaths will be a signal to terminate the ambassadors on Earth. Then there's just one more thing.
Which is?
I call it a little loyalty test.
Uh-oh. Who do they have? Who do they want them to kill?
Commander, please!
Oh.
I don't know what these— Shut up!
Oh!
Kill it.
No, please.
How fast will they get here?
Please!
Come on, Jeff. Say it yourself. How many good aliens are dead one?
The scanner, it shows a whole lot of people heading our way.
Shit. Woo. What about?
Clear it! I wouldn't. Give me an excuse when you're dead.
Are you gonna give an excuse?
You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Jeez, that look. Ah!
I can't believe you did this to me, Susan. What kind of a human are you?
You did this with yourself, you piece of shit.
I found many of these people to be more human than you and your kind. But I don't suppose you'd understand that.
I don't know you anymore.
I never knew you.
Alright, this was episode 7 of season 1 of Babylon 5, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was a very good episode. Probably because I find the subject so interesting. You know, not saying it's a fun subject, but I do find it very interesting. Also, you know, really managed me to terrify me quite a lot with the fact that, you know, it's not just a few of them, but it's quite clear that there are a whole lot of them. It's not just a case of, oh, they're like a few bad apples. You know, it's something I generally hate when people use that sentence. They were not lying about, you know, having a lot of friends and a lot of places apart. And very scary how convinced they are in their hatred, you know, that they rightfully hate aliens, and that they're, I don't know, just the disgust that they have for them, and believing that, you know, they deserve their own, you know, their rightful place back. It's very concerning, to say the least. And even to show them, like, you know, even people you once loved, or people who meant a lot to you, you know, people can change. People can always change. You might think like, no, I can't imagine this person coming up. Nah, everything is possible. And I felt very bad for Ivanova. As I've said before, you know, she's very closed off. I was actually surprised, like, oh, we getting a little bit more, you know, for background. You know, we had it before, but again, but this time, you know, more love life centered. I was always like, okay, he's probably gonna break her heart or something. But even worse, he was literally one of the I guess of the racists. And she was, you know, if she had to, she would have shot him, definitely. If we would have given her an excuse, she would have. She, you know, she cared about him, but she also acknowledged, she was like, I never knew you. Again, very concerning how he's so convinced that they're the one who are wrong. But yeah, it was just messed up. Even how the episode started, like it started off with a lot of love, this deep friendship between Delin and Mayan. Even the fact that she was discussing the poetry she would perform. There was a lot of love, I guess, in the room. And then I was always like, okay, why exactly? Like, okay, I'm enjoying this, but we probably won't have a chill beginning like this. Usually we see there's some kind of conflict at the beginning of the episode, and then we're going to delve into that conflict and going to try to, solve it. So it didn't take that long before she got attacked, and it was so, just the build up, just how she was all alone in the hallway. And she got attacked, and not just attacked, but also branded. Wow, like she's just some like cattle, because again, they don't see them as persons. They just see them as I don't even know. They don't just see them as persons. They just like, nobody I would say dehumanize them, but I'm not sure if that's correct here. But very terrifying. And then also the reactions, and I know where he was made well, but I was also a little bit, I have to say, a little bit annoyed with Garibaldi's remark about, we told you needed to have an escort or, security with you. But she was right, she didn't even need that in the first place. But clearly they were trying to make things right. But at the same time, I could also understand that the aliens were being a little bit wary, and weren't really too sure if they were really trying their best. At the same time, I do think, especially, Jakar, some of them were a little bit hypocritical. It's like, hey, let's not pretend it's just the humans who have a lot of hate for things, or beings that are different. Let's not forget about what happened to the between the aliens themselves, between the different alien races, including slavery and stuff like that. But again, I understand that they wanted answers, and also how it looks wrong that they didn't arrest the guy who was a huge suspect of having, attacked one of the aliens. Even though, again, I understand Garibaldi didn't do that because, that way they could track him, get more information, get other people who are involved. But again, it doesn't really look good from an outsider's perspective. Also, St. Clair was really good at doing this role about, that he hates aliens as well. A little bit too good. I mean, I know he doesn't feel that way at all, but the actor, again, I've said this before, but this actor can be very scary to me. Like, I love the character, and I love what the actor does with the character, but whenever he has to do a scene and, like, intimidate or something like that, I have to say, I really get nervous. But also, of course, let's not forget about the other storyline about the arranged marriage. Personally, I'm definitely against arranged marriages. But I do know there are cultures where that is a part of. In this case, in this show, it's part of the Centauri traditions. It's not something weird because, as we know, family history, family background, all family history is very important for them. It really, determines how they are, how important they are. If you have a bad or unimpressive family history, then you don't really mean anything. You just, So it makes sense that they would feel like, oh, you just marry with someone who has an impressive family background, family tree, etc. And, love, that's not really that important. But still, I was like, how can you just, I don't know, London for a long time, I was like, dude, we literally saw how much feelings you have. Forgot a name for a second, but we have seen before we had that episode. What was the name? What was the name again? I forgot the title, but it had purple in. I'm pretty sure that purple in the title. I don't think at that moment, unless again bad memory, and do give me some slack, okay? Or cut me some slack, because only watching one episode a month. But I don't think we knew before that, before this episode, that he's married. Like, he is married right now, right? To three women? But the thing is, you also know how big the feeling of love is and how you just want to be with that person and want to do anything you can to be with that person. He even went as far as to free her, even though it's also part of their traditions to have slaves. Still waiting, Londo, to take care of that. So it was very distressful that he seemed to be, he was just waving it away like, oh, who cares about love? Oh, just get married, we're gonna send you away. It was very distressing. So I'm very happy that, oh my god, why am I always bad at the names? Kodo, stepped up and, just said to them like, it's not okay, and they love each other and they should be able to be with each other, and who cares about the traditions, and and even that, like, it's not, if those two can be together, how would that threaten the Great Centauri Republic? How? It's not that he could come up with an excuse or explain why exactly such a problem. So I was surprised when Londo, wait, I wrote it down, when Londo shared that anecdote about him and his father, and basically his father said something about, my shoes are too tight, but it doesn't matter because I have forgotten how to dance. And I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like I don't talk about this that much, I don't know. But the thing is, there a lot of times when people use quotes like that, or like, I guess say wisely things, even though things aren't always that complicated or very clear, a lot of times for some reason I don't understand it. Like, I know that there's some kind of meaning and it's really not that complicated most of the time, but somehow I just immediately panic. I'm like, oh, what is he trying to say? So I was really hoping when Kodo said like, I don't understand, that he would explain, and I was like, shit, why is he not explaining? Like, this is why I really love watching shows with my sister, because my sister is so good at just, like, a lot of times she's just like, how the heck do you not understand, Marley? Seriously. So I'm not gonna lie, I was stressed out. I'm still not 100% sure, so I'm not even sure if I should share my interpretation, but I don't know. I think, especially because Londo said something about, that I think he was glad that he didn't understand, or he shouldn't understand it yet, that, okay, don't make fun of me, but maybe he was saying his dad was very old, so maybe his dad was kind of, I don't know, I was thinking that maybe there's something to do about how, a lot of times I feel like we're making our lives more complicated than it should be. We all have some basic needs, but one of the most important needs, and I agree with Mayon with that, is love. We need love. I mean, I do think the majority of us, need love. We want love. That's really what gives our lives meaning. So by coming up with these, I guess, rules and traditions and, I don't know, making everything so complicated and not giving love the place it deserves, what even then is the meaning of life then anymore? What even is the use of, I guess, not that I want to be that dramatic, living? It's one thing to just survive on a day-to-day basis, and another thing to live for someone, for something. So maybe what he means with that is that my shoes are too tight, maybe that he's at a point of his life because of he has, I guess, ignored his longings and his longings and urges and wants, that he's at a point that he can't even remember what it was like to love, that there's something missing. Oh my god, oh, why am I so bad at this? Like, maybe that's because I have forgotten how to dance. It's not, I don't know. Okay, let's stop. I'm sorry. I really hope at some point I'm going to be better at this. Like, again, that's the thing. Like, I do love, like, I love shows that have, like, deeper meanings or things that they want to teach us and are not really that straightforward always. They're not just literally telling me, like, hey, so what I learned from my father is you should enjoy life, and sometimes we should set aside our old traditions to make that happen, because what's more important, right? Like, I wouldn't enjoy a show if it's like that. But at the same time, that's why I'm one of those people who needs to do a lot of reading. Like, I love reading analysis. I love reading your guys. When you were I guess breaking. Do you just call it breaking up? When you are, I guess, kind of recapping the app or sharing what your thoughts of the episode. I love that because I love to learn more, and I do feel like it makes it easier for me to appreciate it more. Because in this case, if I'm reacting to a show, I can't really do any research because that would mean I will probably get spoiled. Like, trust me, normally I will probably like Google like what the heck did that mean, but now I can't really because I will probably get spoiled of who knows what. So I don't know if I made any sense. Oh my god, I'm actually kind of embarrassed. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm sorry for the cringe fest. I hope it didn't ruin the reaction. But anyways, to come to a sort of point, I am happy that Londo, I guess, for at least to me, came to his senses and realized, like, even though he didn't exactly put it aside, he kind of found a loophole, made use of one of their other traditions to make sure that the two of them could in fact, be together if they want, especially, well, like, didn't he say because they are kids, they should definitely still be able or learn how to dance. The thing is, I just love that. I was very happy. There is so much potential for Londo. I'm very excited to see what else, what other race is going to be challenged in his beliefs, or certain things that he is dead set on, like, no, that is the way because that is what we do in the Centauri Republic. I like seeing not just him but all the characters being challenged into that, and because that also challenges me about thinking about certain subjects I would normally never think about. I think that's definitely why I definitely enjoy watching shows like this, even though I'm making a fool of myself, even though I'm feeling pretty embarrassed right now, just like kind of having to do some thinking. My god. Okay, I'm sorry. So yeah, good episode. Sorry for the cringe fest. Thanks so much again, Tony, for sponsoring another episode and dealing with this mess. And yeah, oh, one more thing. I do want to remind everyone, please don't give any spoilers, because I did notice a comment, and I hope I stopped reading in time, that seemed to go way too spoilery. I tend to ask a lot of questions out loud, but I don't mean them to be answered. If I want something answered, I would really explicitly tell you, like, hey, could you, like, answer this for me? If I'm answering things like, oh, are we ever going to find out about this? Or, I don't know. Like, I understand you mean well, and maybe I wasn't clear enough, but I don't want any spoilers. Trust me, I'm not gonna certainly lose my patience. It's not because I don't understand a certain thing, I'm certainly like, oh my god, like, if this person won't tell me which episode this happens, then I'm not gonna... No, you don't have to be worried about that. Really. I'm very happy that Tony is sponsoring this show, and I have said before that it is a big contender of replacing Dark Angel. Again, I'm not making promises, but it is a big contender, especially if I continue to enjoy it this much. So please, no spoilers. No spoilers. It's alright. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.